You're listening to Viking Radio, coming to you from Dream Street Studios at Del Mar College. Now your host, Dr. Natalie Chapa. Good morning, Coastal Bend. Welcome to Viking Radio. This is Mike B. sitting in for the incomparable Dr. Natalie Chapa. I'm excited to have a great guest with us today, Miss Rosaura Bailey. She is the Director of Community and Government Affairs at the Port of Corpus Christi. And what we like to say at Del Mar College is you may or may not know it, but the Port of Corpus Christi touches everyone's lives in this community. It is a driver of the area's economic engine. Welcome, Rosaura. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, Mike.
It's our pleasure. Tell me, first of all, how long have you been with the port?
Oh, I am coming up on 6 years with the Port of Corpus Christi.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And
it feels like a lot longer.
Oh, I understand that. Tell us about what you're doing at the port. What great things are happening at the Port of Corpus Christi?
It's lot is moving at the Port of Corpus Christi. From an economic perspective, you may have seen some record breaking news for us. We've have significant movement. We've had some record breaking tonnage movement at the port, particularly in the first 6 months of activity this year. So I think that's really attributed to our customers and really the trust that people have in our customers, but really American goods. There's a demand for American goods right now. And so that's happening right now, but there's also great things happening internally and throughout our community.
What would you say is the main commodity that's coming and going through the port?
Well, we are primarily a crude commodity and LNG. So you're really seeing that coming through the port right now.
Crude oil and liquid natural gas.
That's correct.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, the bridge, of course, we have a new harbor bridge, and the Corpus Christi ship channel, I believe it's now being dredged to 24 feet, I believe, to accommodate the big...
So it was dredged to 54 feet. We were previously at 47 feet. That was a 30-year project, if you could believe that, probably longer than some of the students here at Del Mar College. Took us that long to complete that, but it is officially complete. So we are now able to really maximize how much product the vessels that are coming through the channel can carry. And so that is saving our customers a significant amount of money. Over $200 million is being saved for the amount of product that they can load onto the vessels now because they can load them heavier. Okay.
So the depth of the ship channel and the new bridge, those are kind of like game changers,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. That allows us to do a lot more in our economy.
Tell me about the organization of the port. I believe you have a board of directors, correct?
We do. So the Port of Corpus Christi, just 3 years ago, Kent Britton was voted in as our CEO. He's done an amazing job. I don't think you've had him on the show yet, but I anticipate you will have him at some point. His schedule's just been a little bit wild over the summer. But Kent Britton serves as our CEO. He is governed by 7 commissioners. Our commissioners essentially are our board of directors. They are appointed by the city of Corpus Christi, who appoints 3, Nueces County, who appoints 3, and San Patricio County, who appoints 1. So 7 commissioners.
Hi,
babe. How are you?
Dr. Natalie just joined us.
Welcome. Up? How's it going?
Going great.
That ship was late.
What turned into a 15-minute discussion ended up being a 40-minute one, so my apologies.
No worries.
So
it's okay.
I guess you didn't get our text.
We were doing okay without you.
You didn't get our text message about cookies.
What? Are there cookies?
You were supposed to bring them.
So, okay, first of all, we got cookies last week. Ken Trevino, you know Ken.
Of course.
Your sweet friend and colleague, Ken Trevino, brought me a cookie
Oh,
yesterday.
he brought the cookies.
Yes,
Oh,
and so
darn.
he shared with me and Rob. It was a.
I'm failing.
You
So I
lost,
missed everything.
you lost the cookie. So you're talking about some pretty important stuff here.
Absolutely. It's very, very interesting. And Rosaura was talking about the tonnage coming into the port, how it's really one of our economic drivers, if not the economic driver of this
Pretty
area.
significant. I mean,
Absolutely
And,
the economic driver of the area.
but the amount of tonnage you're talking about coming in, that's just half of it. Then there's the other half of what we provide to the world.
Right. I mean, we are an export port.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you talk about oil and gas, when you talk about LNG, it's pretty significant. I know your numbers are, and they continue to grow because of industry.
How about your staff? Is your staff growing?
We operate with just under 300 full-time employees. It's a great staff, great people to work with. We try to kind of stay at that number. I mean, we operate really well with that.
I imagine you grow accordingly
Yeah.
with the amount of work to be done.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So, Rosaura, you've been around the Coastal Bend for a while now. You've done a lot of different leadership positions, but you've been at the port for how long now?
6 years.
6 years. Why the Port of Corpus Christi for you?
That's a great question. So Corpus Christi is my home. I'm a native.
Born and raised?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Ray High School. Go Texans.
Go Texans! I consider myself a Ray Texan. I'm not. For the record, everybody knows I'm an Orange Grove Bulldog. I grew up in OG, but both of my boys went to Ray, Texas. So I have a lot of Ray pride. And red looks really good on me.
Same.
I know.
I always saw you as a Ray Texan.
You know what? I always wish I had gone to Ray if I had lived here in Corpus Christi. But you got to go.
I did. Great
Okay,
school.
Ray Texan.
Yeah,
and then
great.
what? What'd you do after that?
So after that, I went to San Antonio, Our Lady of the Lake. Then I came home. I came to Del Mar for a little bit of time.
You're an honorary Viking.
I did, and my mom was teaching at that time. Texas A&M had just opened their early childhood development center. My mom was working there, so I was at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and then I went to Texas A&M in Commerce, East Texas.
Yeah.
So then I'm back here, Corpus Christi, and I started working in finance. I was working for Chuck White and Harold Shockley at IBC Bank, and I did that for 15 years.
I love when people come on this show. I feel like I've known you forever, and I didn't know you did banking for 15 years.
15 years.
Okay.
And in that role, I mean, I've always been very active in the community. I sat on a board role for the March of Dimes, and I served in a president role for that board for longer than you should serve in a
That's when I
president's
first
capacity.
met you. March of Dimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so their national office offered me a position to go and work for them. And I jumped on it, but that also meant traveling significantly. I did get to still live here in Corpus Christi, but my primary hub was in Washington, D.C. So I'd get on a plane and head there and fly back, and Southwest knew me very well. And then I started a family, and after doing that for 12 years, I said, I think I just want to be back in Corpus Christi and make local impact rather than make impact in other states and cities that I was exploring. And so I looked at something local, and I met at the time Sean Strawbridge, who was our CEO, and he said, come and work for me.
And your role has grown
And
because
it has.
last June, all of a sudden you're back in D.C. again.
Now I'm back
But
in D. I'm
that
right
was-
back where I started.
You're right back where you started. And that makes sense. You were so comfortable there when we went. We were there on behalf of the United Corpus Christi Chamber, advocating, and you stepped in because you've taken over now under Omar Garcia, government relations.
Yes.
As well.
So now I get to work on both the community side and on the government affairs side. And it's just a natural fit. And I love the work that we're doing. But mostly I love some of the, where my passion is what we're doing locally and what I get to see on the education side. There's so much transpiring at the Port of Corpus Christi and just the evolution of our work and where it's going.
We were talking earlier about some of the interns that you have at the port. You mentioned that some of those interns were from Del Mar College, right?
Yeah, they absolutely are. So every semester we have an internship, and sometimes we see, I think right now we may have upwards of 25 interns in
Oh,
the office.
wow.
I don't know how we get them, how we fit them all in the office, but somehow we do. They share cubicles with each other. It's just, it makes you feel youthful. I think I have age dysmorphia because I feel like we're the same
Yeah.
age.
You're like,
And-
no, I'm cool. I'm a cool
yeah.
mom.
And then as I start to talk to them, I realize that they see me as a mother figure, and I think that I'm their friend.
You're like, no,
Right, right.
I'm like you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but certainly we get to introduce them to the work that's happening within the port, and being able to see the skills that they bring from a technical perspective. Obviously, some of the things that we weren't learning when we were in school. But we recognize that we need to be coming of the times with what's out there. We've invested a lot in our GIS programming. And so knowing and talking with our customers about what their needs are, and then investing in those needs so that our customers have the workforce prepared for those jobs when they're ready for it. So preparing those interns early means when our customers have these jobs that are ready, these interns are now graduates, and the days of career fairs are done. We can say,
That's right.
Here's the employee for you. They're right here. We got them through these programs. And so that's why you're seeing the Port of Corpus Christi really spend a significant amount of funding in education and workforce development. It's so significant for us. So one of the things that you may have recently seen is we were awarded a grant from the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. And so yes, thank you. We speak in acronyms so much. Jumping back into the government affairs world, I have had to learn a whole bunch of new acronyms, and so it's been interesting. Oh, I'll just tell y'all one fun acronym. When I first joined the Port of Corpus Christi, everybody says VLCC, VLCC. So VLCC in maritime is very large crude carrier, so it's just a big boat.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you'll hear it all the time until you raise your hand and say, "Oh, what? A VLCC? It's just a big boat." And we don't know why we just don't say that. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
jeez. But so with the EPA, applied for this grant, lots of really phenomenal things coming out of that grant from a technology perspective. It's very heavily focused on zero emissions. And so we are partnering with some tug companies right now who will be designing and putting zero emission tugboats in our channel. And so
That's amazing.
those don't exist today.
Really?
And that's going to be state
Those
of the
don't
art.
exist here at the Port of Corpus
Those
Christi
don't
or
exist
period.
today. They don't exist.
Wow.
I would think that our audience out there is, I know I am as a community member, to know that the Port of Corpus
Isn't that
Christi
amazing?
is working on focusing our environment. That makes me sleep better at night for sure.
But then it's, how do we develop that? Not just for tugs, but for other things, right? We see my husband drives a Tesla. It's his company car. His company gave him that car. So organizations around the world are fueling this type of energy. Are we prepared? Are we preparing our workforce to be able to facilitate those type of vehicles, be it tugs, be it the cars we drive every day? So one of the investments through that grant was for us to spend a significant amount of money in the community, $2 million. So Del Mar College is a recipient of that grant. So we will be partnering with Del Mar College to determine what's the curriculum that we can invest in here to teach our students about ZE or some other type of environmentally sufficient activity that could be automotive. It could look very different. But what is that new technology? What is that new energy that we want to invest in that we wouldn't otherwise have had here at Del Mar College?
That's amazing.
And let's put it
major.
into that. We're also replicating that with Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Ingleside ISD. There used to be a CTE program, a career technology education program in Ingleside, and that went, or I'm sorry, not in Ingleside, in San Patricio County. That was replaced by another type of program. We wanted to see some funding out in San Pat County, so we partnered with Ingleside and are investing there. And then after this radio show, I get to tell another organization that they get some funding for
nice.
this too.
Isn't that the best part?
It is.
The bearer of good news.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Este es el lugar donde quieres estar. Aquí se sueña, aquí se crece. Para graduarte y destacar, este es el campus Oso Creek de Del Mar College. Aquí encontrarás asignaturas básicas y programas exclusivos, además de laboratorios e instalaciones avanzadas. Es un espacio de innovación, transformación y acompañamiento. Este es tu momento, tu futuro. Aquí es donde perteneces. Aprende más en dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where continuing education courses can get you in the workforce fast, including workforce skills awards that are stackable towards Del Mar College credit programs. Own your dreams at Del Mar College. Go online at delmar.edu/CE.
This is where it all starts, where dreams take off and what's next becomes clear. This is Heritage Campus at Del Mar College, home to core classes in arts, sciences, and business, with upgraded facilities and faculty who provide a quality education that transfers with you wherever you're headed. This is a place of creativity, possibility, and success. A place to excel, a place to grow. This is where you belong. Learn more at dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where if you already hold an associate's degree, you can earn a bachelor's degree online in organizational management and leadership. Come own your dreams at Del Mar College. Learn more at delmar.edu/BAS. This is Viking Radio, and we're back on Viking Radio. I'm Mike B. with Dr. Natalie Chapa.
Hey, guys.
And our guest today, Rosaura Bailey, Director of Community and Government Affairs with the Port of Corpus Christi. You were telling us about some great things, Rosaura, about community and education. And you mentioned to me earlier also about scholarships. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. So with respect to Del Mar College, the Port of Corpus Christi has a scholarship program that we invest in every year. This particular scholarship is specific to students in San Patricio County that are looking to focus in maritime industry. And so if you are a student that lives in San Patricio and you intend to come to Del Mar College, I encourage you to look at the scholarships that are available because we invest $100,000 every year. And if you are a recipient of this particular scholarship, we really believe in investing in your academic career from the beginning to the end. So if you are awarded this scholarship at the beginning and you maintain your GPA, we will continue to award that scholarship through graduation. So if you come in as a freshman, we will follow through to the very end. We recognize that even if it's $1,000, if you don't get that $1,000 next semester,
It's significant.
you might not come back.
Oh,
That's a life changer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so we've done that every year for some time. We also have an endowment with the college, and we're working to meet $1 million. So we hope that we can fund that fully at some point. It's not guaranteed, but our commission's been very great to us to be able to continue to push those funds forward.
When you say maritime industry, students who may be interested in the maritime industry, what kind of jobs, what kind of careers does that include?
It's broad. It is very broad. So maritime really does support, from an economic perspective, a broad range of jobs. If you're looking at the Port of Corpus Christi and you're saying, I wonder what kind of jobs are in there, you probably wouldn't think community relations or government affairs, but those are maritime jobs. You likely wouldn't think healthcare, but healthcare supports maritime jobs. So I know we have a robust nursing program.
Del Mar College does, absolutely.
Right. So I also know we have a great hospitality program.
You got that right.
So when you have individuals working in maritime on a vessel, they get off the vessel, they have to come and eat somewhere, right? All of that generates economic activity that then stimulates what's happening in our region. So there's almost nothing that doesn't qualify.
I think a side note from the scholarships, because I want to keep going on that, but I didn't realize until I went to the port a couple years ago how many people coming off of the different vessels coming in to shop and eat and pay into our local economy. And then they do their thing, they get back on, and off they go. But that is a significant driver just on that, just on the human capital that's coming in and working the area.
Right. But same with your people that work at Exxon. They eat, they sleep, they buy houses here. People that work at GCGV, they eat, they sleep, they buy houses here. They shop here. They send they're paying taxes here. That all relates to maritime.
Does it include? It's always been a fantasy of mine to be a tugboat driver.
Oh,
does that include being a tugboat driver?
Absolutely. You need to dream bigger and be a pilot.
Okay. All right. I'd love to do that.
You're not going anywhere, Mike Bratton. You left for 2 weeks, and Rob and I cried every day. Almost every day. Okay, maybe once. Okay, we kind of got teared up one time.
Yes, right. I believe
Maybe
you.
We were emotional.
I'm still crying right here.
Yeah.
So Mike B., while we were here holding down the fort, went gallivanting across Europe for 2 lovely weeks.
I'm jealous.
And we're not jealous.
Just
we're
Italy.
proud of him.
Just Italy.
And Sicily.
And Sicily, yeah.
Oh, what
Oh,
a
nice.
punk.
There was something you mentioned about that you guys adopt schools.
Yeah, I was just going to get into that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mentioned to us earlier, Rosaura, that y'all adopt an elementary school, or is it more than one?
Yeah. So we really believe that education starts at the elementary level and then expands. We talked about
Absolutely.
scholarships all the way through. So when we talk about supporting education, we have a very robust education plan. We will start to adopt schools at the elementary through the high school level, and we have a rotation. So we adopt 10 schools, 3 elementary, with the exception of 1, because we have 1 forever adopt a school, and I'll get back to that. So I'm just going to, for now, say 3 elementary, 3 middle schools, and 3 high schools. Those are our 9 traditionals. Then we have 1 forever adopt a school that is an elementary. We rotate those out every 2 years, so they're hours. It takes a while to really form a relationship with a school. So within 2 years, we really feel like we've got a good relationship with them. They receive $10,000 each year, and they use that funding however they want. If it means they want to buy ice cream for everybody, if the teachers need something, they use those funds any way they want. And then we've got a really great volunteer team. Of our 300 employees, we go out, we spend a tremendous amount of time in our community. So we encourage our employees to spend time in the Adopt-A schools. If that means tutoring, if it means helping them with educational projects, we spend time with those students and their teachers, helping guide the way for whatever needs that they have. In addition to that, we offer support to our schools. So our schools come to us and say, here are our top 5 needs. We have students who primarily live with their grandparents, and their grandparents need information on heart disease. We bring in the American Red Cross or the American Heart Association, and the American Heart Association teaches them how to do hands-on CPR. Or they'll say, we have a lice outbreak in our schools. We pay for the lice angels to come and
Wow.
clean out the lice. They will say, our students go home hungry and they may not have food for our students in the weekends. We will ask for the Coastal Bend Food Bank to come and bring backpacks on the weekends and give food for the kids to make sure
That's
that they're
significant.
fed. So we have a really robust partnership with our adoptive schools. But it starts, again, at that elementary level, and then that relationship goes on. So we may see some kids in elementary, but then we see them again when they get to high school. And then they remember us when it comes to time to apply for scholarships or internships. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm very blessed. My son Ezra interned.
And then I got to see him in Vicente Gonzalez's office in D.C.
Was that
How
not
great?
cool?
Yeah.
I know. Again, full circle.
Yes.
He loved his time at the port, but he got to get that hands-on, this is what government relations is like. Sometimes, yes, you're meeting with legislators. Sometimes you're bringing lunch, like it's like as other duties aside. I've been there.
Either way, it's a resume builder.
Schlepping coffee to the Capitol because sometimes I'm like, wait, he and I are doing the same job. What's wrong with this picture? But and Dr. Escamilla's son Ben, I think, also had the opportunity.
He did.
And what I love about your internship programs is that it's in all areas of the port. So it could be communications, it could be government relations. But then one of the kids was doing, I think, real estate or IT.
Yeah.
Technical. And I thought that
Some are on the field,
That
some
is
are in
brilliant.
commercial. I mean, it's a really robust program.
And they work on the docks too, I imagine.
Yeah, it is a very broad range of
Yeah,
positions that
I
they
see.
can
I see
explore.
what you're saying.
I was telling Mike, Natalie, that yesterday Catherine Hilliard came in and brought in her interns. They also have a very robust
Yes.
internship.
Yes, I know several of those kiddos. Darcy's son, I think,
So-
is Reese? Is Reese
Maybe. I
interning?
don't know.
Maybe. Okay, yes.
So they had 23 interns, and they all talked about what they aspire to do and where they are right now. And one of them said, they said, where are you in school? Where are you in school? And one of them said, I'm at Del Mar. I'm taking my basics at Del Mar before I do anything else. And I thought, smartest thing you can do.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
And I believe Sam's son, Sam.
Yes.
So Sam Esquivel is with the Port of Corpus Christi. His son, Sam, is interning with the Hilliards. See, that's how I try to act cool with the kids because I'm like, yeah, I know what they're doing, but that's as cool as I get.
Yeah, and then they're
I'm
like,
not
you're
really
still not cool.
I'm still not cool. I know that we're running low on time, so I want to talk because you brought up the foundation scholarships. So for our audience out there, right, we're like, wait a minute, I'm in San Pat County. I could possibly qualify. Our scholarship process through the Del Mar College Foundation it's very organized. So you have from February 1st through April 30th of every year. Applications open up February 1 and they go through April 30th. It's dmcfoundation.awardspring.com if you want to look it up and get some information. The website has a lot of information for any student who's looking to getting a scholarship, not just through the port, but definitely consider what Rosaura was saying.
And another way to get there is to go to delmar.edu, search for scholarships.
Okay.
And it'll take you to the right place.
Perfect.
And I also want to add to that, if you go to delmar.edu, look up the word maritime, it'll take you to the maritime safety training
Perfect.
courses that Del Mar College offers. I'm assuming, Rosaura, that these courses would get your foot in the door in the maritime industry, right? And I'm noticing also on our website that one of our sponsors is
Guess
of
what?
Corpus
The
Christi.
Port of Corpus Christi.
So thanks to
thank
you
you.
and all you do, Rosaura.
Thank
It's
you
been
all.
a pleasure having you on the show. And Natalie, Dr. Natalie, it was nice to have you on the show too.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Better
Any-
late than never.
Anything to
right.
support my community.
This show is a production of Del Mar College. Follow us on Spotify at Viking Radio.